Well, for me, look, best team won, didn't it, really? Look, 4-0, bit of a flattering scoreline, I think. When you're 1-0 down, you know, there's always a chance to get back in it. 2-0, and I think that killed the game, really, in my opinion. Was it a penalty? I mean, look, if we'd have had that given against us, we'd have gone nuts, wouldn't we? But no, it wasn't a penalty. If he'd have given it, we'd have took it, wouldn't we? And, you know, I did feel sorry for Conor Cody, obviously. He's gone back to his former club. He's a Scouser. And, look, Salah, you make a mistake when a player like Salah around breathing down your neck. It's going to end up in the back of the net. He doesn't miss those chances. So, obviously, that's a bit of a sucker punch. But, look, it's 4-0, like I said. I do think it's quite a flattering scoreline. There is positives to be taken from the game. I'd have liked to have seen probably Silva give him more of a run out, because I think he's a confidence player, and I think, you know, if he you know, he got a couple of goals obviously in the cup game. If he gets a goal in the Premier League, I think we are going to start to see the best of him. Then it's going to progress from there. But once, like I said, positives, Traore, I thought Traore done all right. You know, first half, he's running at players, making chances, creating chances, as Daniel Podence was. And I think it was quite evident today that we did miss Raul Jimenez. We did miss a bit of a target man. And there was a couple of balls into the box, and no one really challenging them. And you know, that's bread and butter for Raul, getting up for headers. And we know how brave he is. And, you know, obviously if that goes in the back of the net, could have been a different story. Nice to see Jota come on. The question for me is, if he'd have scored, do you think he would have celebrated? Personally, I don't think he would have done. But anyway, he didn't score. Good. 4-0. Bad day at the office. We go again. In Nuno we trust. Keep tuning to Talking Wolves. Over and out.
Hello, Talking Wolves. So, yeah, what do we say about that? 4-0 loss. Very, very poor second half. But let's just start with the team. No Fabio Silva. Really surprised and shocked at that. I thought he did well at Arsenal. And having Podence leading the line in a 4-3-3, we're never really going to hold the ball up, are we? Although saying that, his dink shot in the first half was a great bit of improvisation. I thought it was in, but I don't know. It's going to be so hard without Raul Jimenez, isn't it? But I think we should have given Fabio Silva a chance. But first half, Podence's chance. We had a few crosses into the box, Traore flying down the wing, but obviously we missed someone being in there to nod him in. And I think we were the better team first half, but Conor Cody, unfortunately, made a huge mistake. And let's be honest with Conor Cody, great leader, great passer, good positional awareness sometimes, but he's always got a mistake in him. He's been good he's been good the majority of this season, hasn't he, since he had the England call-up, but that's a howler. He made a big mistake against Liverpool last year when we lost at Molineux, and he's made a big mistake again today, and that really was the turning point of the game when he chested it down to Salah. He then tries to dive for a penalty, which the Liverpool fans weren't happy for. Probably a bit harsh saying it was a dive, because he probably anticipated the touch and he just went down, but it was rightly overruled. And then second half, all I can say is we fell apart. Liverpool were way more clinical than us. They took all their chances, whereas we never. Talking to Cody, he should have scored second half as well. And yeah, not good enough. Our heads went down and we lost 4-0. Always a tough place to go, Anfield. We're never going to win there a lot. But 4-0 just seems a bit of an overkill. But let's regroup. Let's hope Fabio Silva starts at Villa next game. And let's hope we can win there, because if not, there's going to be meltdown. Anyway, yeah, cheers, Talking Wolves. Sorry for ranting a little bit, but yeah, not a good day at the office at all. At all. Just trying to think if I can think of anyone who actually played well. No, I can't. Anyway, bring on Villa. Please win, Wolves, as we'll cry.
Well, the only way to describe that game, I guess, is just a bad day at the office. Not a good performance. Liverpool 4, Wolves 0, and pretty shocking game, to be honest. Albeit against a very good team. You know, it's not like we lost 4-0 to Sheffield United. I think that we were just outclassed really by a much better side. I think the thought at the back was definitely exposed today. I think we looked a lot less solid in that department. We were getting broken apart so easily. There was times where in transition and on the counter-attack, Liverpool just outnumbered us completely. I think the real key talking point for this game was the lineup, especially the front three, Podence, Adama and Neto, so no actual striker or no centre forward. And you could really tell the difference. What a difference missing Jimenez makes. If we didn't know how good he was already, I think we really saw it today. Just a lack of a focal point to really, start the attacks. There was no one that we could really give the ball to hold it up and play the wingers with advanced runs. So yeah, it was disappointing. I think the experiment didn't really work. Fabio Silva came on towards the end. I think he deserved a shout today to start, to be honest. I was a little bit disappointed that he didn't start. I thought that considering how well he played against Arsenal, I feel like he deserved a place in the starting 11, but it wasn't meant to be. Marçal, I thought he was a little bit dodgy, to be honest. I'm still not really convinced by him. Semedo, I thought was a pretty bright spark. He was getting up the field quite a lot, but yeah, again, defensively just not good. The first goal was shocking. Connor Cody, I do like him. We were saying, can he play in the back four? He's done all right so far, but today was a real off day for him. He normally has a few clangers every season, and this was one of them. And the other goals, again, Wijnaldum's, you can't really do much about that, but the third and the fourth one was just not good at all, just not good defensively. So, yeah, we're going to have to massively improve for the next game. I think overall we just didn't play particularly well. I think it was just a bad day at the office for Wolves, and, against a very good team, I don't think that we can have too many complaints about the result in terms of what we deserved out of it. I don't think we deserved anything. So, yeah, we're going to have to improve. Whether Nuno re-looks at how to drill this team into a 4 at the back formation, we'll have to see. But I think this was a sign of our weaknesses with the back four and what we need to do to fix it. So yeah, not great, but hopefully we can have some positive improvements for the next game.
It was a disappointing evening as a Wolves fan. 4-0 against Liverpool. They're a cracking side. They're brilliant to watch. We all know how good they are, but they weren't even 75% strength tonight. They've got a lot of injuries and stuff, which makes it probably all the more disappointing. I know we weren't going there thinking it's going to be an easy game by any means, but the fact that they've got so many injuries out, we thought we may have taken the game to them a bit more. I feel like perhaps playing the 4 at the back was a little bit too risky. Still got Firmino, Salah and Mane who are fit, so it's a difficult one, because if Nuno goes to a 5 at the back, we haven't took the game to him, but tonight we didn't really take the game to him in the back 4. I feel like the way that we started the game, we condensed through the middle. We got into some decent positions, but I don't think the team believed that they could have won the game. It all looked a little alien to them. The front three were really disjointed, and we are really going to miss Raul. I think that really compounds it tonight. Disappointing not to see Fabio Silva start. I feel like it would have been a bit better with him starting, because we really missed a focal point. But defensively, it's an absolute shambles. I've seen a lot of fans saying how poor Semedo's been since he's signed. I initially really liked him, but the past few games he's been really poor, especially in the back 4. Looks to get exposed a lot more than he does in the back 5. So it is a really disappointing one to take. Liverpool are a top side, but to lose in that manner is unacceptable. To not really lay a glove on them, it's not good enough from a Wolves side. Wolves look like a mid-table team tonight, and I think without Raul, that's where we're destined to be, I'm afraid. Need to have a look at that in January, see what the situation is. But yeah, really disappointing. Just got to get back on it and beat the Villa.
Liverpool 4, Wolves 0. It's a shocking result today. We've gone to Anfield, played a 4 at the back, admittedly with Neves as a cam at the beginning, which didn't really work. Clearly showing we're missing Raul Jimenez, and it's a shocking performance, really. We've got a £35 million striker sitting on the bench for at least 60 minutes of the game, and we're playing, admittedly, a 5-foot player in the position that normally a 6-foot dominant like Raul Jimenez is playing. It's just a bit embarrassing, really. Like, this season we've lost 4-0 twice, and some people would suggest questions have got to be asked now. It's just not fun to watch. It's a bit embarrassing, to be honest. Like, thanks Nuno for Europe and all, but it's just not fun to watch anymore. I'm lost for words, really. We're just expecting to lose now. Like, at this rate, we're going to get battered by Villa next weekend and then Chelsea the following week. It's just not going well. Something's got to be done. We've either got to bring in a world-class striker in January to replace him, and in the meantime, if Nuno doesn't want to play the wonder kid, apparently, of Fabio Silva. Something's just got to be done in the meantime, otherwise we are going to probably not even get top 10 at this rate. Like, teams are so much better than us, like Leicester, sometimes even Leeds, Everton are doing miles better than us. Like, the people we should be competing with are just blown away. They're blowing us away at the moment. It's just not good. We need to pattern up and start to actually score some goals. Like, Jimenez, our top goal scorer, is gone. We need to find someone who's going to replace that. And the obvious choice is Neto, but he's just not getting the service he needs, or people getting in the box to get on the end of headers. Like, and in relation to today's game, Cody's had a shocker. Defensively, he's been poor. Questions around the back four and Cody aren't going to go away now. But if he wasn't captain, probably wouldn't be in the side. Just hope going into next weekend, have a good week of training, and Nuno wants to actually attack. Maybe play Vitinha instead of Neves at cam, and then maybe put Fabio Silva in the starting 11 for once would be nice. But yeah, game's ended 4-0 Liverpool. Wolves have had a shocker. On to the next one, hopefully.